Hey guys, Nolan here with our plant talk. Today we're talking about common milkweed, also known as Asclepias syrica. It is native to southern Canada in the eastern United States, and it's a perennial that can grow up to 1.8 meters tall. This one's probably about a meter tall. We got some shorter ones hanging around. So this plant grows from rhizomes, which if you've seen my lily pad video, basically like a little ball in the earth that sprouts out. And then it also has a white latex if you cut it. So basically its blood is kind of white inside the stem there. And then the leaves themselves, these ones have been chewed on a little bit, but you can still tell they grow opposite. So you have one on this side, in the same spot. And they have short petioles. So you can see like their little stem from the actual stalk is very short. And then they grow flowers. These ones don't have any currently, but they can range from white to purple, and they grow in bundles. Now, common milkweed, it's eaten by over 450 species. The most important one is monarch butterfly caterpillars. Love to eat on these things. And yes, the larvae from monarch butterflies, they actually only eat milkweed. So if there's less milkweed, less monarchs. So you can see it's kind of sprinkled in with these other plants. There's a couple tall ones back there, a couple shorter ones around here. It's spread around this area pretty nicely, which is good. But basically what happened is there's a whole bunch of these, and then people were like, that's not too pretty in my garden. So they got rid of them. And then because of that, the monarch butterfly population's tanked. So now everybody's trying to plant more of these to get the monarch butterflies back up. And to my knowledge, the effort is going well. It's promising. I've seen a ton of milkweed pop up in the last few years, so that's phenomenal. But the National Wildlife Federation in 2018 said that monarch populations were down 90% in the past 20 years. So from 1998 to 2018, they were down 90%, which is a huge drop. So I haven't seen numbers for now, but I assume they're kind of stabilizing. Maybe they are even starting to go up very slowly as we start to plant more of this milkweed. And now, while this common milkweed is native here, it's invasive in Oregon and Europe. And it can spread really aggressively from those rhizomes underground. It likes to grow in semi-dry places. So right now we're kind of on the side of a hill. So you'll have water that will kind of come down it, but it'll also keep going down, so they're able to suck up a little bit on its way. And it can usually spread without problems for other plants. And we're starting to get towards the peak for monarch reproduction, so that it peaks in the late summer. And then the milkweed leaves at that time are nice and old and tough. So even if I feel this one up, it feels pretty tough, pretty rigid. And so these guys here are actually their seed pods. So I don't want to open one up, but basically it's like a tiny little fluff that's in there. There's a whole bunch in each one of these. And those are actually what it will spread with, but then also you can use cuttings and rhizomes. But when you plant these seeds, they need a cold period to germinate, and then they'll usually bloom in their second year. So they're pretty fast growing because they're a plant opposed to a tree, so they're able to sprout up fairly quickly. And then that white latex I was talking about that's in it is basically its blood. It makes the leaves and stems of old plants to be toxic to humans and large animals, but young shoots, leaves, flower buds, immature fruit are all edible raw. I wouldn't try because, I mean, I feel like it's kind of a weird subjectivity to what's old and what's young. Like, would you say that's young and this one's old because it's a little bit taller? And then this plant has also been used in textiles and winter coats. And it's been used to treat respiratory infections. So in the right situations, super helpful. In the wrong situations, toxic. So I feel like we're playing with fire a little bit there, but yeah, that has been the common milkweed. If you're looking for something to plant in your garden and you like butterflies, then this is a great option for you. All right, bye-bye.